look, I'm back with another video. Make sure y'all like for the algorithm. I'm about to get into this fake friends edition video. So let me just make it clear. If they're not adding, then they are subtracting. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. If they are not adding, they are subtracting. You need to take an inventory of your circle and really discern between the ones that are adding to your life and the ones that are subtracting. The ones that are subtracting to your life, they're bringing nothing but drama, negativity. They downplay your goals. Every time you're around them, they're always complaining. They're always bitching. They got nothing positive to talk about. Nothing of substance comes out of their mouth. Just garbage. Right? And I know you got a lot of people in your life. You got some people in your life that are subtracting from you. You got the ones that are taking from you. Every time they borrow money from you, they never pay you back. Right? They always coming to you for something. They always calling your phone up, asking you for a favor. But every time you're in need, you need help with something, or you need a certain bill to be paid, right? You need their assistance, but they ain't nowhere to be found. When it's the other way around, when the shoe's on the other foot, oh, they're not coming to your aid. They're nowhere to be found. But when they need something, they are so quick to come to you, to call you, to text you. But they'll never reciprocate the favor. They'll never reciprocate the energy that you give to them. You see, the ones that are subtracting from your life, let me tell y'all this. You run a mile for these people, but they won't even walk an inch. You run a mile for these people, but they can't even walk a damn inch for you. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that some bullshit? So really look at your circle. Pay attention to who's subtracting from your life. Are they pouring into your life? If the answer is yes, keep them around. If they're pouring into your life, that means they're adding to your life. And if they're not, then you got to cut them off. Because you ain't got no time for folks to be in your life, to be in your center. You ain't got time for them to be feeding off of your energy. You don't got time for that. You don't got time for people eating off of your plate. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time for people to be taken off from your table that you've been busy building. You ain't got time for these folks to take food off of your table that you have set. Now let's talk about the ones that add to your life. How you know when you got somebody adding on to your life is when they are contributing to your life in a positive way. If they are dropping some jewels onto you, if you got old heads in your life, you got you got old heads in your circle, you got like a fatherly figure in your life dropping game on you, giving you some valuable advice to take with you, help you get equipped into this world as a man or as a woman, whatever. This goes for both genders, because we all need like some wisdom in our life, like from someone that is older than us, someone that has more life experience than us. We need somebody in our life that has more life experience, that carries a lot of wisdom, that's been through what we're already going through, right? We need people in our life that have already made it, that are doing the things that we want to do with our life. And we need to hold on to those people and value those people, because, not so many of those people, man, come by very often. You don't see a bunch of winners, coming to talk to you in your everyday life. You're not surrounded by a lot of winners. I know for me, I'm not surrounded by a lot of winners. My entire life I've been surrounded by a lot of, I'm just going to keep it real with you, I've been surrounded by a lot of losers. Just keeping it real. Keeping it all the way 1K. I have been surrounded by a lot of trash ass people. And when you need that father figure, you need that one person that's adding to your life in a positive way, and you don't have access to it, life becomes a little bit more complicated. Because now you got to figure some stuff out for yourself. You're put in a position to figure out life on your own. It's up to you to parent yourself. It's up to you to, teach yourself. And teach yourself how to become a man. And the best thing you can do is just experience life and learn your lessons as you go along. But it's always important to have a group of people or just that one person that you can go to for advice, that you can talk to. Someone like a mentor, someone like a teacher, someone like a positive influence, okay? A role model, whoever. Somebody that's going to keep you in check, somebody that's going to keep you stable, somebody that's going to hold you accountable, right? You need that tough love. You need a group of people to keep you in check when you're in the wrong, when you're fucking up. Excuse my language, but if you're slipping up, you're gonna need that group of people, that brotherhood to, correct you. You feel what I'm saying? It's important to have people support you through your good times, but also your bad times. When you hit rock bottom and you hit a very low point in your life, hey man, you need those group of people to pick you up when you're down, to give you words of encouragement, to give you that warrior energy, to get you back on your feet and back in the fight. And if you do have that in your life, I strongly suggest you hold on to those people, and you do not take those people for granted, because I'm telling you right now, those people don't come by every now. Those people don't come by very often. They don't come by very often, man. So you cannot take them for granted. If you got that positive support in your life that's pushing you to become better, that positive support system, you need to cherish that. Because not everybody, like myself, gets to have that. A lot of us don't get to grow up in environments where we are being supported by our family and friends and just, colleagues and having all these mentors in our life, you know, really putting us on game, really helping us get equipped out here and become the best that we can be. You know, people that are going to pour into our cup. But for so many of us, chosen people, the ones that have been persecuted, you know, we've always found ourselves pouring into the cups of other people when nobody has ever really poured into our cup. You see what I'm saying? We've been so busy pouring to other people's cup that ain't nobody ever poured into us when we needed that pour the most. When our cups were empty, we have nobody else pouring into our cups. So you gotta get to a point, man, where you gotta stop pouring into people's cups and let your cup be still. Keep pouring into your cup, and if you got other people pouring into your cup, that's great. That's great, because like I said before, you know, keep those people close to you. You know, treat those people right. Treat them with respect. You know, because they're the ones that have been with you when things got rough, when you were at your bottom, when you were at your lowest point, when you were at the bottom. They were the ones that picked you up. You got to remember those folks. Don't put no energy into the folks that only support you, that have only supported you when you were at your highest. When you have got to your W's, that's when they want to feel confident and feel good to support you. Not when you were at your lowest. You cannot bring those people with you. They're not welcomed. Because where the hell were they at when you were going through the struggle, going through the trenches? But they only find it convenient for them to support you when you are at your highest. And that's fake love. That's what you call fake support. And those people right there are just subtracting from your life. They're only feeding off of your success. They're only feeding off of your energy. The life that you have in you. You gotta remember, man, some people will come in your life just to drain you. This happens when you're on retention, when you're on your purpose, when you're walking this righteous path that God has you on. You got to be very careful of these reprobates, these NPCs coming into your circle, trying to gain access to your life. Don't fall for that love bombing shit. Okay? Don't fall for that. Just be mindful when people try to get too close to you, but pay attention to what they are bringing to your life. Pay attention to most importantly, pay attention to their actions. Okay, what are their actions telling you? What is their energy telling you? They can say, okay, words sound good. They sound good, words sound great. But what is their energy telling you? What is their actions telling you? Do they support you or not? Are they pouring into your cup or not? Do they respect your boundaries or not? Do they only come to you when they need something from you? Will they help you when you're in need of help? Will they help you out when you need them? Ask yourself these questions. Think about that. Because I know some of y'all got people right now that are subtracting. They're taking. They're not giving. They're not bringing. They're not offering. But they're taking off your table that you have spent years building. Don't let no stranger, don't let nobody, don't let no fake person, don't let no devil, no demon take off from your table. Don't let anybody take from the table that you have worked so hard to put together. You got to keep the ones that have been supporting you since day one. That's who you got to keep around you. That's who is allowed at the table. So, I made my point. Hopefully y'all learned something from this topic, this video, and gain a lot of clarification. And just be careful who you allow into your circle. You know, be very mindful of who's adding and who's subtracting. Because it's all about value when it comes to people. It's all about what they bring to the table. See, you're not a little kid no more. You can't, when you were a little kid, you didn't care who was your friend. You didn't care who was a bad influence, who was a positive influence. You didn't give a damn. As a kid, as a teenager, we didn't give a damn. We just didn't. We weren't that wise enough or that aware to even point out who's positive and who's negative. Who's an angel, who's a demon. Like, we didn't care. We just learned as we went along our journey growing up. But we're adults now. We're grown-ass men, grown-ass women. We got to really think about these things, man. We got to really take into account and take inventory on our circle. And we got to be mindful and aware who's adding, who's subtracting, who's positive, who's negative, who's an angel, who's a demon, You just got to really think about these things, man. So with that being said, this is Mr. Silodolo. Make sure y'all like for the algorithm, get these likes up. Subscribe if you are new. And I'm out, man. God bless.